here. If you're new to the channel,
I'm Alex.
I'm Rose. Okay, this is our mom. She's okay.
Hi. I'm Mom.
So we're gonna do a review of Not Scary Farm.
We did a special event, the Not Scary Farm, but we did a special package. We did the hotel package. This was something new for us. I know they've done something similar in the past offerings, but this was our first time choosing to do this, and so we decided to check it out. We part of the package is we went with friends of ours, and we shared a hotel room, and the price is per person up to a certain amount. And so we went and we went to check in about 3:30ish yesterday.
Yeah.
And then when we checked in, we go up there and we got our collectible keys. We got a collectible key. We got our shirt, as you can see. Can't quite see all of it, but we'll show a picture later of it. You can see that, okay? Each of us gets a shirt. This price that we paid included a dinner buffet. It included a breakfast buffet. It included early entry to the park. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. And then what else did we get? I just feel like it was very worth it.
And the key.
Oh, you have a key?
The room key.
I know. Do you have the key to show them?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's collectible. They say they don't have.
It's
to return it.
like a limited key thing. So like if you had the packages, you were gonna get this. I think is that it?
Yeah, we get to peek the keys, which is kind of cool. So, anyways, it was a really cool thing. So we checked in, real smooth. Our dinner time was at 5 o'clock, so we went up to the room, kind of got settled and everything. Hotel was nice. It was a nice, spatial area. There was room. We had an oversized queen, so 2 queen beds, plus there was like a living room area, which had like a couch she crashed on. And it had a little kitchenette on the way to the bathroom. It was plenty of room. We were there for one night. Honestly, it was just to sleep, and relax. The TV didn't work. That was kind of a bummer.
We were watching Poltergeist the entire time.
Yeah, the little
static. Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get to the actual event. So we went to dinner. We checked into dinner a little early. It was up on the 9th floor.
It was good. It was good that it was early because then at a little later there were people alive.
Yeah. So the way they do the event at the hours. So the dinner is like at 4, 5, 6, and 7, I believe. There's like different times. I might be off on it, but once you book your hotel package, what they do is they ask you, they emailed us and said, hey, what time would you like? And they gave us the choices, and you choose the time. You can try. I don't want to say it's a definite, but you can try to check in a little earlier. So once you it's nice to try to check in a little early. We were able to get in smoothly because at that point, the people from 4 o'clock, the hour before us, had kind of cleared out for the most part, and the 5 o'clock people had not come in. So the girls want to talk about a little bit about the food, because once you check it, tell them about the dinner.
Okay, so yes, lots and carbs. There was like mac and cheese. It was pasta, and then there was cheese enchiladas.
Oh, yeah.
There was meatballs and mashed potatoes. It was kind of like KFC mashed potatoes.
No, it was not Knott's. Mrs. Knott's. They have their famous chicken. It was that. Yeah. It was that kind of food, and it's actually very similar. Not exactly, as far as I remember. A few years ago, I did the buffet dinner, which is also early entry. When you do the buffet dinner, it's over at Spurs inside the park, and you pay for that and attached to your ticket. It's extra. And when we did that, I remember it being very similar food. The difference is at Spurs, the lights were on. There wasn't a lot of ambiance. There were the monsters walking around, but it wasn't like spooky per se while you're eating.
You sneaking right behind us and kept going, and then just randomly start talking, and we got scared because we didn't know they were behind us.
The moment you walk in, it's like Halloween, wall to wall, dark lights. It's lit up with haunted like kind of ghosts and little cool things, that all the things you see at like Lowe's you want to buy to decorate with, they've got it. And the food's like in the middle. There is a bar, optional bar. We didn't partake in that, but they had a few actors, a few of the scare actors.
Okay, so here's the cool thing is that they had different monsters representing different mazes from the park or the scary event. So there was 2 clowns from this one maze
Haunted
called
Dark Ride.
Dark Ride.
Whatever haunted ride is.
So yeah, the Dark Ride had these 2 clowns one of them being this like really really intense guy. He kept sneaking up on us. He was like really like
Oh, he was the
he
one
made
that
all of
scared
us jump
most
all
of
the
us.
time.
It was amazing.
Then there was this other lady. She was really nice. She was like really interactive and talkative and just like, oh, you know, no one ever tells me I'm scary enough. It's so annoying. Like she was just being funny. And then there was this one vampire from the new maze.
Bloodline.
Bloodline, best thing ever. And
It's so cool.
He had a whole conversation with our table.
yeah, he just stood
It
there
took
and
like
talked
5
to
minutes.
us and was
5 to 10
like,
minutes.
he just kept talking and was like asking
Just
us
spend
questions.
time with us. I mean, it really, and he was talking about like almost like we were part of the world and the maze and stuff and how we need to come over and he's gonna make sure that we're taken care of, and it was just really cool. You really need to check it out. It was a great promotion for their mazes because you're already excited to go in there. The ambiance is there. You can stay pretty much within the whole hour as long as you want. And there was also boysenberry pie. If you're a fan of boysenberry pie, they have slices for you for dessert.
They had coffee.
They had coffee. Coffee was important for them. And they also had these really good chocolate chip cookies. I highly recommend the chocolate
they're
chip cookies.
super soft.
They were really good and really fresh. You know, you never know with chocolate chip cookies, but I would recommend those. Yeah. So we finished up about 6 o'clock. Wouldn't you say? A little bit
Yeah.
before that.
Maybe before that because we took the pictures.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We finished up a little before that. We went to the restroom. Then we started to head over. So we did find out some things which wasn't explained to us, but I kind of figured it out as we went. So when you're walking over, they didn't tell us where to go, but you're gonna enter where the buffet people go to. They go
behind
the buffet people go to the side, like on the side of like Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
They kind of enter over there. So we actually did that too. We checked in and we went over there. It was a little after 6. We were originally told you couldn't go through till 6:30, but that was not exactly the right information. They let us go through security before that. Once you go through, and by the way, let's talk a little bit about security.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's like explain
Good
a little
idea.
more about that.
So, as you all know, they have very limited sizing for your purses. If you're bringing a purse, it's got to be like this small,
No,
right?
6 inches by 2 inches.
It's like your phone size. So we all came prepared with our pockets were full of our charger. We got our lips, whatever. We stuck it in our pockets. But we also brought some sanitary products with us and some including sanitizer and masks and stuff like that we may need as the night proceeded and our wipes and stuff. So we had that in a little side purse. I had brought one. It was a little bigger. It was like this big. It's a crossbody. I don't have a real small purse, so it is what it is. So I had been told online that if you brought sanitary products or medical needs, you would be allowed to bring it in. So we all go through this metal detector kind of thing.
Yeah, the
You
normal not metal detector.
And once you go through, they wanded just to make sure they were wanding, which is totally fine. I held
But
all my
not
stuff
everyone.
open. Yeah, it was a little wishy-washy. Just making sure that they didn't really check everybody. But then we went over to the side. My friend and I, we both had stuff. So they just took a quick glance in our bags and they said that's fine. They started to say something about the size, and I was like, but this won't fit in that small. And they were like, okay. It wasn't much of an argument. And honestly, it wasn't a big deal. And then once we got through there, we put our stuff, like our cell phones and stuff could go in the purse or whatever. So as long as you don't come with it loaded with stuff and it's just, sanitary or medical needs, you are allowed to bring it through. And the check was real quick. So then once we got through security, they basically they scanned our tickets. You don't get a wristband or anything. You got like a sticker. And the only thing that was available when we went in there was the Ghost Rider. Right?
Yeah.
Because they cut off if you go to the entrance of Ghost Rider, where you enter the line, there's if you go across from that, there was a rope that was cutting off there, and then the wall on the other side was put up so that you could only pretty much access that until the opening scares.
Right, which the opening scares are at 7 o'clock because the actual event doesn't open till 7.
But the ride is.
It might be open slightly before
6:30.
that.
At 6:30 is when the scare actors start. In that
They
very
do?
little area, but then they disappeared.
Well, okay, so we went on the ride. It was no wait. We went on the Ghost Rider. When we were done with Ghost Rider, we got off, and it was still not 6:30. It was like 6:20. Well, we went and joined our friend in line. She didn't want to ride, and then basically there wasn't really a line. It's a gathering. It looks crowded, but honestly, there are 4
It's not.
mazes that open up to us, and it's not bad. So at 6 30, you hear like an announcement about not scary from about the ghouls come out, da da da, and then they open the gates to the back area, which is
And it's
normally not
full.
accessible to anybody unless you're at the scary farm, and the monsters come out. They
and
come
it's
after
full
you.
fog. Like literally.
Oh yeah, they get the fog pumping.
Like the first few hours, the fog is like intense. It starts drifting away as it goes on.
Throughout the
But
night.
like, I mean, the opening scares are the most fog. Probably the most fog.
It's wonderful. The monsters just go full on at you.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
slide. They're in your face. It's so awesome. And then, so once we got past that, we were walking. There's a choice of 4 mazes. You have access for the first half an hour. You have access to the first 4 mazes exclusively for half an hour. And honestly, we got through 3 of them in 30 minutes. It was super quick. We went to Bloodline first, which is a really cool maze. You get to shoot at vampires. Basically, they give you a little it's like kind of like a laser gun kind of thing.
Yeah,
Just for fun.
basically is.
Yeah, and it's just for fun, interactive.
It felt so good. It felt
Yeah, it was a fun one to start with. It's in the first year, it's getting its footing and everything, so I'm sure it'll be even better as it goes along. We were going during the daylight, bear in mind. There was depths.
I don't think it affected it though, because I still felt really immersed.
Yes, but it was very open and light. I did
No,
still
only the beginning part.
maybe.
They should show your score.
It was all right. Wasn't my favorite maze, but I give them a little forgiveness since it's the first year. Wasn't the worst maze either.
No.
We did depths, which has been back for now. I think this is like the third
That is my
year.
favorite. My favorite of all of the mazes
It's
is the depths.
wonderfully
Because
done.
there's like this moving, like
Oh, I love that
Oh,
one.
it's all yes.
because you're on a ship. When there's, I don't know what they use. I think it's like
The walls basically move
the
and you
walls
shake a
basically
little
move,
bit.
and the floor
You're
is
totally
tilted,
disoriented.
and
Yeah,
it's at an angle and it starts moving a little bit, and so you're trying to keep your balance as monsters are coming at you.
Oh yeah, they're coming at you at both sides. It's wonderfully done. And Rose, tell us a little bit about Waxworks.
What's that?
Oh, good. It was a great one. She remembered it so well.
The Wax Museum.
The Wax Museum, where you're walking with all the wax figures there. Okay, it's one of my favorites. Apparently, it's not as memorable here. Rose, you don't remember the one with the wax figures? They're like with the bees. Remember the bees sounding in the one room?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay. Goodness gracious, it wasn't memorable for this one. That's okay. We all have our favorites. It's a fun one. I would still recommend it. This is several years it's been going on. That one's fun too. And then there's also the area. Is it area
56.
50 something?
It's 56, I think.
I don't know. We'd have to check. We're not really good at the names, but it's the alien ship one. And that one's always a good time too.
Okay, that one is actually really scary because like they get really good with the strobe lighting. That's the thing.
Okay, see, that's the one thing I didn't quite like this year. Is
They put way too much.
in a couple of the mazes to kind of compensate for the lack of
People.
let's just be real.
Yeah.
The actors, they're a little skimpy in certain parts, and we understand. But they I don't know, instead of leaving it like a dead room like Universal, which we'll get to another time,
Yeah.
they add this strobe effect. It's almost too much strobe though. Like some of it was pretty cool. Like in certain rooms it disorients you.
But the thing is, I prefer strobe over dark rooms.
Yes.
And I
I
understand,
hate.
but when the strobe is so bright and it's flashing like
Yeah.
this, it needs a break.
Yeah,
You need a break
you do.
from it so that you
Yeah.
can reorient. Otherwise,
Especially Aliens one, the entire thing was strobe.
yeah, it was a little too much for me this year. I don't know.
The
if it's-
Alien one, it was like every time I walked into another room, there was more strobe.
Yeah.
But the thing is that one, like, there's my favorite part is that entire maze is really cool. But there's part where like the floor is shaking underneath you, like as if you're boarding a ship and it's like taking off or something. And so the funniest part was at the end when you're going off of it and it's still and it shakes again. One of my friends said, "Haha, it tickles," and that was the funniest. That's the thing I remember.
Yeah.
Just, haha, it tickles.
Yeah. It's cool. So, anyways, we went through those mazes fairly quickly. I mean, we were
It
done
was-
with them by 7:15.
No, less than that. It was
No,
like
it was
7:06.
Was it
like
7 for
Yeah.
all 4 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did all 4 mazes in 30 minutes. What was the next maze? We went to Origins, right? We happened to walk upon Origins. After we walked through, oh man, you gotta check out the scare zones.
No, the scare zones. We went. And after that one, we went to the scare zone of Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
Well, yeah, but that's how went through
Yeah, but-
Origins because like
Origins, we popped out right there. Origins is really cool. This is the
Oh
second
yeah,
year,
that one.
third
Yeah,
year maybe.
but
for
that one was a
Origins.
little backed
we've
up.
only been going for 2 years, so we don't know.
That one was a little backed up though.
It was a little, but we were only in line, I'd say 20 minutes.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
a little less than that.
I don't even think it was 20 minutes because honestly, we got done with that.
That
Be-
that
by
guy from
7:30.
up top, he had a conversation with me.
Yes, he did. Really neat. They're all interactive. Like everybody in line, there's someone in line messing with you, throwing a fake spider at you.
Oh my God, no, don't mention that, no.
And you just great interactivity. I love that about Not Scary Farm.
I didn't even realize he was like, he just threw it.
Yeah. Oh, then we went. It popped out, and we ended up at the Grimmery. Grimmery was our longest wait, I believe, right? With the
my
it
God.
said 45 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, it wasn't even the 40.
It wasn't. It was at about 40 minutes.
Yeah,
It was about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it took us to 40 minutes.
that
We
was
got
really-
in and out of that one. I would say this, that we missed out on some of the experience, and I knew this going in, that if we weren't in the front part of it, which is express people, whatever they call their fast lane, that you're going to miss the opening part of it. And I don't want to ruin anything. We didn't really even see anything. We heard it.
But it's
So,
okay. Because
but don't worry about it. That's what YouTube's for, right? You can go look it up later. But it was still a great maze. A lot of, I really appreciate this year is that in every maze, where we normally get like we end up going out the exit, it's happened more than once in a lot of places.
No.
They were directing us.
But remember that
She's
one
usually
with
the one guiding us.
the remember the one with the robot and all?
That's the alien one, huh?
Yeah, I almost went out the exit.
Yes, we had to pull her in because Rose was about to walk out.
Yeah, wrong
There's
exit.
like the black, you know, the
It's
black curtains.
confusing.
It is confusing because one of them you're supposed to walk through, one you're not.
Well, the thing is you can tell by the thickness.
Yeah.
Because the exits have really thick ones.
I don't know. But anyways, highly recommend that one. We did that one, and then we went to the Puppet Up show.
Oh
If you
my
have not
gosh.
Puppet Up is worth your price of admission. Now, I will put a full disclosure. It is highly recommended for mature audiences only. My daughters have seen it. They know not to repeat stuff. It is got very inappropriateness to it, to some degree. It's funny.
It all depends on the audience.
They
so-
recommend 14 and up because one of the jokes in the show is if it's like say Puppet Up and it's like the entire audience and then he does different people and at the end he's like Puppet Up anyone under 14.
Puppet up.
Exactly. And he was like, you better not be here. You shouldn't even be
Shame
here.
on your parents, right?
No,
So it's a
like-
whole running joke. Anyways, it's a great show. Brian Henson created it. He started it, you know, carrying on his
Patrick's
dad's
last name is
legacy. Patrick, I don't know.
Patrick. Whatever Patrick's last name is.
Patrick the
from
host.
Sweet Life from Zach and Cody. He's the host. That's pretty much the only thing I recognized from the first time I saw it.
It's a great show. I've now seen it many times. I've gone. It's been there at Not Scary Farm for 3 years
Seen it
now.
3 times.
It's the third year. I've also seen the show on the Muppet. Oh look, wait a minute here. At the Muppet Studios. I literally have been there, and they have the show periodically throughout the year. So if Not Scary Farm is not for you, but you'd like to see a funny, inappropriate puppet show, I highly recommend you keep an eye out for Puppet Up when they do them on the lot, because it was a great experience. I took my husband. He doesn't do scary stuff, and he really liked it. So anyways, we got to see the show, ended up seeing it twice. It plays 3 times nightly. They do not get a full house, and I do not know why. Please go and see it.
Oh my god, it's
Because
amazing.
We don't want it to go away. It is a highlight.
Yeah.
It's not scary. Well, I mean, some
No,
parts of it
it's
are kind of scary. For kids, it might be somewhat scary, but no, it's not scary. It's lovable. It's fun. It's like, you know, it's just carries on the legacy of Jim Henson, and it's just great. You should just go check it out. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but you know, it's like improv. It's
Spoil it.
Muppet improv.
Yeah, how can you spoil it? It's all dependent on
But it's Muppets. That's what they're.
Puppets.
But they're Muppets. Anyways, and there's and as you're exiting, they actually sell some of the puppets that you can actually buy
Yeah.
that they use in the show.
They're
So
like replicas of them, yeah.
we have some of them.
We have
Well, we'll have
we have
to.
all 3.
Oh yeah, we do.
But-
Well, we'll have to show you
But
some.
with the hot dog we don't touch because
it's signed.
Oh yeah, I got the Brian Henson hot dogs. He signed them. That was when I was on the.
And then we have
Anyway, so
Yeah.
let's finish this up. So we did go to the show twice because that's just one of our favorites. We walked through. There's other scare zones. There is the clown one. There's the
Clowns
roaring.
didn't scare us this time.
Roaring Twenties is right by where the puppet show is.
Oh, I love the Roaring
It's in the back
Twenties.
near.
Yeah, the train tracks.
Yeah, it's in the back, and then you have the clown, which is the boardwalk, and then you go to which there is one maze back there, the Mesmer. We didn't go to it. It's not really scary. It was cool.
Well, that's not true because there's also Dark Ride over there. Dark Ride's technically.
Oh, that's true. Dark Ride. That's right behind the Log Ride. That one's really cool. We did that one. This is its final year, so it was a
Yeah.
sad farewell. We did see our friends from earlier in the night at the
Yeah.
dinner. They recognized us and
Yeah.
waved to us and stuff, and really cool. Wasn't as scary as it used to be because I've done it before, but I think there was less people now manning it, so it is what it is.
There was a monkey.
There was a monkey. That was
Yeah.
disturbing.
There was a monkey, and like everyone ran. I didn't even see the monkey, so I was like, "What
It
is
was at the
everyone
end.
running from?" And like everyone was so
It's
scared of just that one
Yeah.
actor. I was like,
Anyways, that one's really cool. Definitely go check it out if you're going this season because it's its final run.
"Yeah,
And then we walked through Hollow. The Hollow is a scare zone where there's a lot of pumpkin eaters. They're like deformed, like they look like they belong in like a forest kind of thing. And
they look really cool though."
they're
Some
very
of them,
cool.
Some
Man.
of them look too pretty to be dead. I'm sorry, but like,
Anyways, and then we went to Pumpkin Eater. Pumpkin Eater was it was okay. It only had a 5-minute wait, so we got really lucky. There was like quick waits for everything. The only thing we had to wait for was Dark Ride, and it said it was a 45-minute wait. It ended up being like 15.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't bad. We probably could have done Mesmer. By the time we went back to Grimmery after we had done it, it had blown up to about 80 minutes. I don't know if it's really 80, but it was, it did get busy. The whole place was very busy. Bear in mind, the later you go, we were very grateful we went to the teens. Yes, there's still lots of teens and young adults. And, they should enjoy the place. I'm glad they went. But just bear in mind, you will have a lot of people there. And they were all on the rides, playing games and living their best life. And we lived our best life last night,
That
too.
was amazing.
We did tap out around midnight after we saw the second puppet show. We were just, there was other things we could have done. We could have seen the last maze and stuff, but honestly, we were like, we didn't really have it in us, so we were retired. But it was a great time, and the fact that we could just walk to our hotel room was beautiful. We had some great, totally worth it. And the food, oh my gosh, the food was good. So, and there was one more, we did have some interactive characters, like we said, and we were in Ghost Town at the end of the night, and Rose made a friend.
well,
One of the
Not a
ghosts.
friend.
I don't know what they were doing this whole thing where they're like looking
No,
up and they
okay, here's the thing.
go ahead.
So I was walking out because she was buying something in the store. So I walked outside the store and these 3 scare actors were looking up at something. So I stood next to them trying to see what they saw. He looked back at me and he was like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, "I don't know. What are you looking at?" And he's like, "Well, I was looking because you were looking." I was like, "Well, I was looking because you were looking." And then she comes out and was like, "Hey, look, I made a new friend." He's like, "I'm not your friend. I don't like you.
You smell.
smell weird.
You smell weird."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay."
And then he
He gave me a letter.
look
It's
at
like, here,
and
go
then he
away.
went, it was like, "Here, take it,
Go
no,
away.
go away." And she started opening it. He was like, "No, don't open it now."
Open it later. It's really cool. We think it might be from because the summer they have like an interactive at the Ghost Town. They have interactive characters and stuff. And a lot of the actors that work during the summer, they work for Not Scary Farm. So we're not sure if this is really from his or his stash, but it's pretty cool. It's like a little letter. It says, "To my friend, as the summer months draw to an end, I grow ever more fearful of the foreboding autumn. The skies grow darker each passing day, and once the night falls, the people of the town seem to lose their wits. Just the other night I saw a man whom I had known for years and was very well respected in the town run like crazy through the town, fidgeting wildly like a rabid opossum for no obvious reason. This is just one example of the strange occurrences that are taking place throughout the town. I must also warn you of the phenomenon experienced by a multitude of people, as just around sundown they say as though a train is pulling into the station, and a booming voice bellows from the abyss. I fear as though the whole town may be in danger. I warn you to stay away these next few weeks. Signed, JB." We have no idea who JB is. Might have been that actor, might have been the character, but it's a cute little souvenir, and she's gonna treasure it. So thank you, Not Scary Farm, for making our moments count and You know, we will definitely be back next year.
Oh, totally.
And you know what? I think that it was a better value for us to do. We pretty much the amount that it would have cost us to upgrade with a fast lane thing was the amount we spent on per person on the hotel room. So for us, the value was bigger because it included food and stuff. To do the package. Yes, we had breakfast too. It wasn't much. It was like a little buffet, you know, with like other.
Croissants were perfect.
Yeah, and I mean it was enough. So, anyways, anything else, girls, to finish it up?
No. Okay. So that's it for today's video. If you comment down below any suggestions you have. Follow us at random_kitties on Instagram, and then also follow us at Random Kitties on TikTok. And make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below any suggestions you have. And see you next time. Bye.